What's up, Mortgage Coach community? Dave Savage interviewing Jeremy Schachter, like tractor. It was kind of hard when I first looked at your name, but that metaphor helped me out. But nice to meet you, Jeremy.
Nice to meet you as well, Dave. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, no, thank you. Anytime we can help mortgage professionals be faster, make something they're already doing easier, and also make it more valuable for the consumer, like I'm all in. I want to hear what you're doing. I want to hear how you're doing it. So the backstory for anyone listening to this, some of the executives and leaders over at Simple Nexus reached out to me and they said that, hey, the way the mortgage coach and Simple Nexus integration works is incredible. It's better than ever. It's more valuable than ever. It's making things faster. It's even helping with realtors. And they said the way you're using the combination of our platforms is pretty impressive. So I want to unpack what you're doing, Jeremy. Is that cool?
No, absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So for anyone that hasn't heard you before, well, this is your first interview on the Mortgage Coach YouTube channel. A couple things I know about Jeremy, guys, is he's in the Phoenix market. I know for sure he's created over 1,500, or not over, almost 1,500 total cost analysis. I know he's using the Optimal Blue integration because I can see that he's done about 11 automated total cost analysis in the past 30 days, and he's done about 13 where he manually created it. What is your production last year, and what do you think you're going to end up with this year, Jeremy?
Sure. Last year was about 80 million and about 240 units. By myself, I don't have any LOAs. I use Simple Nexus powered by Fairway Now. I'm a Fairway independent mortgage, so Simple Nexus is the platform. So I have all my clients always do online applications or mobile applications. That makes me a little bit more efficient. This year, my goal is to do at least 65 million. I know the production's going down, but I feel like that's a fair estimate for my goals during this market right now.
Yeah, well, you're outpacing the market. I mean, the market is down over 40%, and I know a lot of loan officers that are down 60%, and 15,000 off last year's high. I mean, like that's less than 20%. So you're outpacing the market. And then just hearing that you did 240 loans and you don't have an assistant, I would say that's, first of all, that's impressive that we can learn from you how you're that efficient. Although as your coach, I'm not your coach, but I'm also would be telling you, hey, add an LOA. If you've got this efficient of a system, putting more people on it would just help you go even further and faster. Well, by the way, what is why have you held off on that?
I'm a perfectionist at heart, and it's hard for me to let go. I don't have to be the biggest producer out there. I just want to make sure clients get the greatest treatment, have the best experience. Real estate agents, that's how I grow my business, impressing both agents, whether I work with them before or their new relationship, so I can get their business going forward. And I'm humble and hungry, and I make a great living. I'm very fortunate, very blessed and grateful. And I don't know, I've been doing this for over 20 something years, never had an LOA, and my production's always gone up, but it's always on the back of my mind. It just hard to pull the trigger. I know, just being a perfectionist and not letting go.
Well, hey, doing over 200 loans in a year it's a milestone that most loan officers never achieve. So why don't you at a high level, the topic at hand is the fastest, easiest, most valuable pre-approval experience. Walk us through, how are you doing that? What are you doing that's making it easier, and what are you doing that's making it more valuable?
Sure. So for any new client, I always have them fill out an application, whether it is online or on the mobile device. I always encourage every client, as well as a real estate partner, to download the Simple Nexus application with Fairway. It's called Fairway Now. So they have it on their phone. And my tagline, so to speak, is called Clients for Life. So how many times have you downloaded the application? And you may not use it every single time, but when you use it, it's always there. So I always encourage them to keep the application on the phone so they can use the mortgage calculator. What's great about Mortgage Coach with Simple Nexus is now we can, or it's been around for a couple of years, but I'm not sure if a lot of people know, is that you can do TCAs and send it to a client and they have it all on their phone. So it's like a one-stop shop where a client can do the mortgage calculator. They can see estimates right on their phones. They don't have to go to a computer. If they're out and about with a real estate agent, they can just see exactly how much this home is going to cost, comparing FHA to conventional, and it's just at their fingertips on their mobile device.
Okay, so I'd love to hear the scripting. If you were talking to a realtor, when you kind of describe the features and functions, but what do you say to the agent, or what do you say to the borrower? Because it sounds like you're getting both the home buyer to download the app and do the digital experience as well. So just give me like a 1-minute script for each one of those.
Sure. So, Dave, if you're my real estate agent, say a new real estate relationship, I would say, hey, we have this great mobile application that you can share with your prospects. It's co-branded with my information and your information. It's completely free, so you can share information. What's great about this is that you get notifications when the client uploads documents, milestones throughout the process once we get into contract. And then it just shows that you are tech savvy, as well as making sure that the client has a great experience. It doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is just share the application, and then I get notified when the real estate agent gets a shared notification, and it's co-branded between me and you, Dave, and it's completely free. So that's kind of my spiel with the real estate agent, and it just helps because when they're at an open house or out and about, they just share the application and they get notified, and you can take it from there. If you are my prospect and you're looking to
Time out. Before we jump to that, just want to insert a few ideas for anyone listening to this. Is always, tailor that. I mean, I do believe there's some agents that don't care, don't want that. And then I'm some agents where it's like you're making the pitch that I'm going to improve your conversion. And always tie, when it's not about the tech, it's about you're saving them time, you're improving their experience, you're making it better for their consumers. So anyone listening to this, I would love to hear some other scripts. And I love that one. I mean, obviously that's powering your platform. So let's hear what you say to the borrower.
Sure. I love technology, and I would say, hi Dave, thanks so much for the opportunity to get you pre-qualified. We make it very easy at Fairway. We have this great mobile application that you can actually complete it on your mobile device. If you're not a fan of the mobile device, you can do it on the desktop, but I highly recommend you downloading the application because of several factors. One, you have a great interactive mortgage calculator. So when you're out and about looking at your perfect home, you can plug in information right on the mobile application, and it will calculate what your mortgage payment is. Once you want some different estimates, I can send you something called the TCA, where it's an estimate that's pretty interactive, where it's called a total cost analysis, where I can compare FHA, conventional, 10% down, 20% down. I can do 4 estimates in one application scenario, and I can even send you different links with 4 different ones for each individual link. So if you're looking at, you want 4 estimates on FHA, you want 4 estimates on conventional 5% down, you want 4 estimates on conventional 20% down, it's easy for me to do. It's just separate links, and you have it on your mobile device. So it's this one-stop shop where you can download the application, you can upload documents by taking a picture, and you can see estimates all in one platform.
Cool. Well, I mean, you definitely gave them a lot of reasons of value. Again, I would love anyone listen to this, if you've got a different way that you're saying it. I've interviewed a lot of loan officers that range at all levels of production, and I've never seen the magic script. I just know the more tailored it is to the consumer and the more valuable you're making it to whatever their tailored needs are, the better. So let's get into, because I've got 10 minutes left. We have 10 minutes left. How are you using Mortgage Coach from Simple Nexus? I really want to unpack what's happening in that integration, and if you have a total cost or anything you could share, please do it. By the way, Paul said I like it. Brett Figueroa said too scripted, although you were reading a script, so we'll give you a hall pass on that. But FYI on that, and then tell us how you're using the 2 platforms.
Sure. What I love also is that you can do a video intro to the client. So what I do is I get dressed up in a nice jacket, professionally with a nice shirt, and do a generic video of an intro of myself, my experience, and talking about the total cost analysis, kind of walking them through how to get around the platform. So you don't have to do each individual client. You can do one generic one for all clients. So you can save time that way. And that's what I do. So they see my mug, because my picture, as well as a video. And a lot of times clients don't have time or they want to go into an office. And sometimes we do Zoom, but a lot of times we're texting or emailing. So you have to break away and do something different than your competitors. And doing a video incorporated with Mortgage Coach is what I do, where they get a sense of who I am. I think they want to see how I talk. They want to see my presence, your smile, your eyes. People can judge you in 2 seconds. So I think having a video pre-made, or if you have time to do it for every single client, great, but definitely incorporate that video aspect into each and every TCA. So I
really want to make sure everybody connected the dots on something there. And so one of the features in Mortgage Coach, because when someone fills out the app through Simple Nexus, whether they did it on the mobile phone or they did it on the app, it's going to start the total cost analysis. So whatever information they put in, it's going to go into the TCA, and they're going to have that link. So on the consumer's app, they'll have your link, and it sounds like you have a pre-made video, that just automatically goes there. So just for everybody, Fairway, you guys have Mortgage Coach and the TCA, make sure you have that video set up. If you have any questions, you can either go to one of our training calls, email support@mortgagecoach.com, and we'll help you if you need help setting that up. And then I also want to make sure you heard that you could update that video. So they filled out the app, they're getting your template 1 minute, 2 minute TCA video, and now you could update it. Like you could text them within a half an hour and say, hey, I've updated you. You applied for X loan. I've put in your maximum approval price. That's a strategy that we hear a lot in Mortgage Coach land. I'll actually show you guys a sample of one of those. We call it the all-in-one TCA. So I'm going to show this on my screen real quick because it's just such a wheelhouse move. So this also, by the way, is another loan officer that uses the integration between Mortgage Coach and Simple Nexus. So the TCA was created, and now the loan officer said, hey, option 1 is what you applied for. Option 2 is what you were approved for. And then now in this case, it's a few months old. So there was a lot of appraisal gap conversations, although I still think that comes up. So they were able to literally like what you qualified for, your max pre-approval, and then start showing mortgage strategies. And then I love the fact that you've got the video set up. So anyways, keep going. I just wanted to connect a few dots for everybody there.
Sure. And what I love about Simple Nexus and the incorporation of Mortgage Coach, and can I share my screen with you, Dave?
Yeah, I'd love that. Bring it.
So just to give you an example of, like, say if you have a borrower that is debating about an FHA loan versus conventional, maybe they're on the border of either a down payment or their credit or what have you. This is just a basic scenario. The rates, I just plugged in. So just wanted to show you a difference in a conventional loan, 5% down, 20% in FHA. So it looks great and it looks big on your screen, but also this gets same exact format on your mobile device. So imagine your borrower is out and about and they're looking at a $400,000 loan. I always tell clients when I'm going over this with them, I say, don't get scared, because when I move my mouse, it's going to move your mouse, or it's going to move colors on yours. So when I'm highlighting and unhighlighting, I'm walking through the client saying, okay, this is a $380,000 loan. This is a $320,000 loan. And when I highlight that on their mobile device, it actually gets highlighted or unhighlighted. So it's a live program. So then I walk them through the more info button, talking about, the closing costs, talking about the difference in payments, what prepaids mean, especially when you have a first-time home buyer, they don't understand some of this terminology. The payment breakdown, talking about mortgage insurance with 5% down. FHA has a different mortgage insurance factor, so it's a little bit higher, and talking about their payments. And then they're like, okay, well, maybe we're going to change it to $410,000. I'm like, hang tight. It takes about 2 seconds to do. I'll change it to 410, just refresh your screen and all the numbers updated. And they're just floored with this just because it's quick, it's easy. We can share it with one another, and it gets their buy-in that we're a partnership here and not just I'm the loan officer and you're the buyer. We have a partnership here where you're talking to a mortgage professional. We have the best technology out there with Mortgage Coach, and it's just clean and simple. Like imagine sending this instead of PDFs of estimates. I mean, it's so archaic in my opinion that this just sets you apart from your competitors.
So stop sharing your screen real quick. And I want everybody to like really think about what was just laid out. Is that, let's face it, the digital application is commonplace in the market and consumers like it. They like being able to filling out the app, whether it's on their mobile phone, their desktop, when and where they want. And guys, the total cost analysis has disrupted the fee worksheet. Like customers like it. They would much prefer, and I'm going to show it on my screen real quick. They would much prefer the total cost analysis on the right than the fee worksheet on the left. And I've been in this business since 1986, so 36 years. And I remember when that thing on the left was a big innovation, that came out in 1989. And now there's a better way. So consumers like it. So think about it. You're giving them the link to take the app. Within that simple Nexus app, they have Mortgage Coach. And now it can be updated. So it's live, it's interactive. That's their advisor. And then you saw how Jeremy is moving it, so it's really moving. It turns the simple Nexus app into a mortgage advice app powered by a Mortgage Coach. So I just want to make sure anyone listening to this, if you aren't using that integration, whatever company you work for, tell them that you want that turned on. That would really make things easier for you. And it would make things better for the consumer. So it's faster for the consumer. It's easier for the consumer. It's more valuable for the consumer. And then think about this. It's faster for you because the consumer now created your total cost analysis for you. It's easier for you because you didn't have to go into Mortgage Coach and get it started. Like it's started, and it's more valuable for you. So anyone who's listening to this, Mortgage Coach plus Simple Nexus plus Optimal Blue, so it's automated pricing. It is the fastest and easiest pre-approval experience. So Jeremy, I know we got to wrap it up pretty quick, but any closing thoughts you have or anything you want to make sure everybody hears?
Yeah, like your goal is to go outside of the field, not be in the office. So you're going to talk to real estate agents, you're talking to clients, you're trying to drum up some more business. One other thing that I like is I downloaded the Mortgage Coach app on my iPhone, and I'm sure you have it for Droid, where say, Dave, you're my client, and we were talking about that $400,000 purchase, and like, hey, I want to see it at 410. I don't have to run back to the office. I can literally go into my mobile app on my phone, change 410, go through the TCA, submit it, and literally it takes me, 30 seconds if you have different scenarios. And then you say, hey, Mr. Borrower, please refresh your screen or go into the mobile app, and then you'll see it. They are like floored when you can quickly do that. And usually it's by text message saying, hey, I want to see a different price point. So you don't have to go back to the office. You can go on the mobile app for Mortgage Coach to update the TCA instantly, and then it would go flow through Simple Nexus on their application as well as the Mortgage Coach application if they decide to do that.
I love that. So one closing thought, I just posted this today. Nicole Roth is, I think the top producing team with Fairway. The big takeaway here, guys, is her business is actually up 4.5% over last year. And she did 390 million, her and her team did 390 million. So I interviewed her yesterday. I did a full top producer interview with her and Dan Keller. But this video right here, how she's using Mortgage Coach to help listing agents and buyers agents, guys, it's pure gold. Also, just want to remind you, this blog, I'm taking a lot of the content from long form interviews like this, whether it's 20 minutes, an hour, and then I'm creating playbooks, I'm creating articles, and I'm really designing this for branch managers. So if you're a producing branch manager, like this is your sales meeting in a box, go do a sales meeting on this. 5 questions to ask every realtor. the state of the industry report, halftime report. So make sure you're following the Mortgage Coach blog. I'll put a link down below to it. So we are at the top of the hour, but any other advice to any mortgage coaches on here? Any next steps you have for anyone watching this?
Don't be afraid of technology, and you might screw up some stuff. Just learn from it. But I think you need to embrace technology, because if you're not, the other loan officer that's your competitor is. Dave and his team at Mortgage Coach have great customer service. So if you can't figure out something, you can email them. You have lots of different training videos. It took me a little while to get used to Mortgage Coach, but once I got it, I never went back to that fee sheet that you talked about in 1989. I mean, I wish I used it sooner, to be quite honest, Dave. And it makes me look like a more of a professional, and it saves me time and effort. And that's how I produce more units, is by being more efficient. So I love the program. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about it with Simple Nexus, and thank you.
Yeah, well, hey, thank you. And again, congratulations. I mean, doing over 200 loans as one person without an LOA is, it's a really high level of efficiency. Again, I stand by the fact that if I was coaching you, I'm like, hey, it's past time. Get an LOA, you'll go further, you'll go faster. Who knows how many loans you can close and how many families you can serve. But for anyone watching this, not a lot of loan officers that do over 200 loans a year on their own. So what can we learn from that? Like, let's unpack how he's driving that type of efficiency, that type of value. Because to do that type of volume as one person, you got to be very highly efficient, and you got to be very highly valuable. So anyways, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, Dave. Thank you so much
for your time.
Absolutely.
If you guys got any value, give this a like. If you got one takeaway, let us know you liked it. Share it with your mortgage friends. And I'm still trying to get to 20,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel. So either share it with people or make sure you subscribe. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.